lovelies, it's Brianna. So today's video is going to be back to school tips, I guess. I know everyone's getting ready to head back to school, and I haven't been to school for several years now, well, high school, and these are kind of my tips for if you're going into high school, if you are in high school, and maybe you can apply these to being in middle school. These are kind of basically things that I did that I found helped me a lot throughout school, or things that I wish I had have done. So kind of, you know, giving you that kind of insight. I wrote down a list so that I wouldn't talk too much. So we're just gonna get right into it. The big thing is the thing that applies most to my channel, would be makeup. And when I was in middle school, I wore a lot of makeup to school, and like way more than a middle schooler should ever wear. And I really regret it. I regret that decision completely. So when I got into high school, I wore hardly any makeup. There was hardly ever, like my freshman year, I think I wore smaller amounts than I had in middle school, but probably makeup every single day. Versus when I was a sophomore through senior year, there was maybe a couple times, like maybe picture day or something like that, that I would choose to wear makeup. I really didn't wear it that often. And honestly, school stresses us out so much. I know I was stressed out so much by school, and when we have so much stress in our lives, it really makes our skin act up a lot. It doesn't help our skin out at all. And especially at that age, while you're attending school, you already are, you know, going through puberty, whatnot. Your face is adjusting, your skin's constantly changing, so you're already worried about your skin. So my number one thing my tip would be skincare. That should be your main focus. I would focus the most on just taking care of your skin, washing it, cleansing it, wearing moisturizer if you have to. If you're gonna wear makeup, I would suggest making like bare minimum. Wear things that are good for you, like a CC cream or a BB cream. Those are really good because they're light coverage and they're very moisturizing. Some of them even have medicines in them to help with breakouts. And if you can't find a CC or a BB cream, then wear something like a light coverage to medium coverage foundation. You don't want to put something super heavy on your face while you're at school. And then as far as everything else goes, I would stick to what I stuck to. It was eyeliner, mascara, and maybe some chapstick, like a colored chapstick or something like that. Nothing so that when I wake up in the morning, I feel rushed. You know, it's something that's quick, it's easy to do. You can do it when you get to school. You can do it on your way to school, however you get there. You know, it's something that's super quick, so you're not putting a ton of time in, and you don't have to get up super early. I would reserve like full makeup days for picture days or dances, things like that. For every day, I wouldn't recommend wearing too much makeup. Also, you can buy these I don't have any with me, but you can buy these really awesome oil sheets from the grocery store, drugstore, whatnot, and they're basically oil blotting papers, and those are really good to keep in your purse or your backpack, whatever. I used to keep those with me, which is really nice, especially if you're prone to oily skin. Those are nice to kind of, you know, blot away your oil, which also helps during the day. Second tip would be make time for breakfast. I did not. When I went to school in period, I hardly ever ate breakfast, and it's probably one of my biggest regrets. Only because, like, breakfast is so useful in so many different ways, but the main use, really, it wakes you up. A lot of times if you're feeling super sluggish or tired in the morning, getting up so early, eating something like something that has protein to it, like peanut butter on toast or something, or some fruit or anything like that, some nuts or something, that'll wake you up and it'll help you be more energized for school. So even if you think that you're in a rush, like buy some things, or have your mom buy some things, or ask for some things that are like grab and go kind of snacks. Like our breakfast is like protein bars, or they make these. When I was eating breakfast, my mom used to buy me these Nutri-Grain cereal bars. They were the best. I love those. You know, something like that. Just eat something because it'll help you tremendously. Plus, it helps you get to lunch. Third tip would be take a water bottle. If your school will allow it, I would definitely suggest taking a water bottle. There's nothing better for you, for your skin, anything, than to drink water. And you're at school, and it's nice to have something refreshing. And once again, having an activity that you're doing, like if it's hard for you to pay attention in class or things like that, and you're allowed to have a water bottle, sometimes just sipping on water will keep you awake. It'll keep you focused. I did not always have a water bottle with me, but I definitely, on the days that I took one, there was a definite improvement for me. Also, if you're allowed to, I know, so I had some teachers that would allow it, bring some like healthy snacks with you. I had a couple teachers that would let us bring food into the room. Most of them wouldn't, but if you can't, or if you have like a time where you get a break and you can eat snacks or something, take some healthy snacks like nuts or fruit, something that's gonna wake you up, that's gonna keep you energized throughout the day. Try not to eat so much junk food during school. I know it's easy because it's quicker to just eat a bag of chips than, you know, something else, but it's better for you to kind of stick to like healthier snacks. They will help you stay awake during the day. If you have a study hall or a free period, I would suggest doing your homework then. When I was in school, we had one class out of the day where we did absolutely nothing in the class, and I always did my homework in that class. Like, even if I wanted to talk to people, or I would rather take a nap or read or play on my phone, whatever, it was so much, like, I pushed myself to do my homework because it's so nice to be able to go home and not have any homework to do, because I know that I had it done while I was at school. So I know, like, you know, you want to talk to your friends or, you know, hang out with your friends, but honestly, use time while you're in class, in a free class, to get your work done. That way you have your afternoon when you're home, or your weekend to do what you want and hang out with friends. Taking notes is a big thing in class. Like, everyone has their own way of taking notes, though I know a lot of times teachers will have PowerPoints and we'll just sit there and write down every single thing that's on the PowerPoint. That is the worst idea possible. So many times you'll be writing and then they'll go to the next one and you're not done. You've only written like 1 or 2 sentences. The best advice I can give on that is read what they have up there first, read through it, and then paraphrase it. See, take out only the important information, or write it in a way that you'll remember it without having to exactly copy. Now, I know there are some situations where you just have to copy what they said, but most of the time we can paraphrase things and it's a lot easier, and it makes your notes a lot easier to understand. Also, take notes of what the teacher is saying. Some teachers will be telling you things like while they're teaching you that won't be on their PowerPoint, or they won't be writing on the board, but then it'll magically show up later in a test. So it's always, if you hear your teacher say something that you think is important, just jot it down real quick. It's really, really helpful. Plus, it'll help prepare you for college when most teachers won't just plaster the notes on a board for you. Stay organized. This is a big one. At the beginning of the year, everything's super exciting. You know, you get all your new school supplies, you have everything organized the way you want it. You have a section here for take-home papers, whatever you do. But then as the year starts to go on, teachers will pass papers back out to you and you'll just throw it in your bag. Or you'll be taking notes and you'll just throw that in your bag, you know. Take the extra 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever, to put whatever you have back in its place, where it should go. Stay organized, because it'll help you so much throughout the year. If it's the one thing that I wish I had done the most, that's it. I was so organized at the beginning of the year, the first couple months of school. I was probably the most organized person ever. But after that, I would just start throwing things in my backpack. And it's so much harder to sit through and go through what you think you need than to just take the extra time to put it up where it goes. Also, it'll help you stay less of a messy person, and your book bag probably won't be as heavy if you have less junk in it, because I know mine was pretty heavy. Hand sanitizer is a big one. Bring it. Bath & Body Works sells their little mini pocket bags, and you can buy the little attachment things that can hang on your purse or your book bag or whatever. I wish I had brought more hand sanitizer when I was in school. It's such a small thing that you don't really think about, but it'll help you, because, you know, people at school are always getting sick. You might touch something gross. I always wanted hand sanitizer and hardly ever had it. So I would definitely recommend bringing hand sanitizer with you. As far as being at home is concerned, try not to eat or drink anything except water like an hour or so before you go to bed. Honestly, it'll help you fall asleep. If you eat something and then go to bed like 30 minutes later, your body's still digesting that food, and you're gonna be more awake after just eating something. So try to give yourself at least an hour before bed to stop eating. More is probably better. I don't know. I think there's they tell you, you can look up the exact amount of time you should stop eating before you go to bed to help you fall asleep faster, but I don't know what it is. If you want to look it up, look it up. I would just say at least an hour. Also, shower at night if you can. I used to do this a lot, and it was something out of habit, but at the same time, growing up helping my mom and my sister with her kids, we used to always bathe them at night, give them their baths at night, and then put them down to bed right before bed. And it helps them sleep so much better because something, you know, you're relaxed when you're taking a shower. You know, taking a shower is relaxing. Plus, it helps you when you go to bed and you're clean, you're in a nice clean bed, and it just, I don't know, there's just something about it that helps you sleep better. So that definitely helped a lot. And plus, when you get up in the morning, you're not such a rush. You don't have to get up as early because you already had your shower the night before. So there's no need to get up earlier to shower. This is a big one. Try your best to finish assignments before you go hang out with friends. That sucks, and I hardly ever did it. And I wouldn't necessarily go out to hang out with friends, but instead of doing my assignments, I would do other things like play video games or go shopping with my sister or something like that and watch TV. I really, like, it sucks, and it's probably the one piece of advice that most people won't follow, but really, if you can do all of your work, all of your assignments, your homework, your papers, whatever it is, if you can do all of that before you go hang out, you'll feel so much better. You won't be pushing yourself at the last minute. You won't have as much stress on yourself. I'm gonna hurry up because my camera is overheating, but I really just have one more tip, and this is probably my biggest tip and the one that I hope that you all take the most out of. Worry less about your appearance and your friends, and worry more about your education. Your appearance, what you look like going to school, you know, the people you hang out with, the people you talk to, the groups that you're in. At the end of the day, when you're out of high school, it won't matter anymore. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is the education that you took away from being in school. I did this a lot, you know. I was always concerned about the way I looked, if people were talking about me, the fact that I didn't have many friends, or the friends that I did have, I needed to impress them. And honestly, I got to a point where I was just like, it doesn't matter. You know, people are gonna be people. People are gonna judge you for the way that you look. They're gonna talk about you. Your friends might talk about you behind your back, and honestly, they don't matter, because at the end of the day, if you can get yourself a decent education and go on and even further that education when you're out of school, like, none of them matter. You focus on you, because you are the most important person in your life. Trust me. So that's probably my biggest piece of advice, is just don't worry about other people. Just when you're at school, worry about school. And that sucks because you want to have friends and you want to talk to people, but it won't help you in the long run. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go because my camera's about to die on me. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. If you'd like to see a back to school makeup tutorial, let me know and I will try to film one of those for you. Just leave a comment down in the comment section below. I hope you all have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed week, and I will see you next week. Bye.